There's no convention, Mike. We're here talking about you. Keep playing the bass, but we're having an intervention.
Yeah, just keep playing like nothing's wrong. Like you always do every Christmas. You're an asshole!
Richard?
No, I'm sorry!
Richard,
he's the worst father!
Richard.
He was never there for me!
Richard? No, we talked about this.
Is the video working?
Mike, I've written you a letter. I'm gonna read to you. Tomorrow morning after I write it. I'm kidding, Mike, you're not the worst father I've ever had. You're not the best, but you're not the worst. You do a lot of drugs. You have an angry streak. You're very violent. For the most part, I guess you channel that in your music. I mean, what do I know? I'm just the host. Oh, yeah, now I hear that you're getting notes. Yeah, clearly.
Hey, maybe it's time to introduce the band to the people.
Nah, because I feel like if I do that, then they'll just come to love you as I have come to love you. And then they'll want to embrace you as I like to embrace you. And then they'll want to buy your albums. And then they'll become super fans. And we don't want that to happen. I don't want to shit. Oh, fine. Let's do it. We are so fortunate to have gracing this stage. This weekend and every weekend, Los Angeles indie rock sensation, Louden Swain. Making his last appearance with the band on bass guitar, he's going to, quote unquote, spend more time with his family at a certain center for 6 weeks. He'll be back after that. Ladies and gentlemen, on the bass guitar, Mike Warhol! I like it, little grooves in the heart going in there. Nice. On the drums, the other half of the rhythm section. Ladies, he's available. Stephen Norton. Well, somebody had their mint tea this morning. Howdy doody. On guitar, heart, Billy Moran. And fronting this musical ensemble, singing for the fellas, writing a lot of those songs that you love to sing, playing the guitar, and as always, shaking his face off. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as God, I know him as Rob Benedict. Now he's gonna go shaker solo. We're gonna go easy because it's Friday. We're not gonna go full tilt in the shaker, Robbie. We were gonna do the up and over. Remember we said, Robbie, don't hit the airpiece. Whoa! No, Robbie, not the stereo shaker. It's blowing my mind, guys. Mike, I think I drank your funny milk. You're talking to me, and the music is on the stage. It's like I'm in the ocean surfing. Hey, it's a sea creature. What's going on, man? Oh, you guys had an experience. Rob, you should have been here. This
What happened?
shaker-playing nymph appeared out of nowhere, wearing nothing but a loincloth. Arms like tree trunks.
Did you just call me a nymph?
Listen to me. I'm having my own sexual fantasy right now. Arms like tree trunks. Eyes as black as coal. And a shock of hair red as the fires of hell.
Whoa.
And he played a shaker. Did he play a shaker? Oh, Lord, you missed it.
Freaked you out.
Wait a minute! It wasn't you! Ah! Where am I, Robbie?
You're at the Chicago Supernatural Convention.
Chicago?
You know how I know that?
How?
Because I looked at the podium.
Oh, thank God the podium's here. A lot of people say, when you think supernatural, you think dead trees and Spanish moss.
And someone named Conrad.
That's why when you show up and you're thinking to yourself, oh crap, am I in the right room? I don't recognize any of these faces on the big banners. Oh, there's dead trees and Spanish moss. This is definitely the supernatural. But on the off chance that that doesn't ring a bell, we have the insurance seminar ready podium.
Yeah.
The best thing about this podium is we don't know yet. We have yet to use the podium. 12 years deep. So we're the only item that's been doing conventions longer than you and me.
That podium.
If you need this podium and this sign to remind you where you are, you're higher than mine.
Yeah.
This is not to let you know where you are. This is a litmus test. If you need this sign as a reminder, you've had too much. It's time to get a walk, go for a walk, maybe have some orange juice, calm down, listen to some
I have to say,
music.
what I'm really liking about this one, we haven't had this in a while.
Oh, the faux brick. I mean the real brick. This is real brick. We were just putting this up today. I thought, you know, what if people run amok? We need safety. We need some sort of wrought iron barrier.
Right.
And then Rob wisely said, but don't put a gate, because then there's a whole in-out thing.
Right.
We just want the pilasters and the
somewhere to
sweeping.
hide behind someone's got like a flamethrower.
This is very similar to the Supernatural set, only completely different.
Yeah. It's sturdy.
You know that scene where they come to the pilasters with the
Sure.
with the wrought iron, and they come in and they got their flashlights and they're doing their thing. Look at that, Sammy. The broth from there. Look, behind that podium. That tree's Spanish moss.
Actually,
Light it up, you son of a bitch.
Jared looks over the
Oh,
podium.
yeah. What? I don't see it, Dean.
There's that famous scene where Misha, the wings come up, and he can't get
You can't get through the brink. Yeah. So many great things. That's why we have this up here for you, because we know how much you like trivia on the show. These bad boys making it here, making the first. Not the first? Have they been here before? I don't remember.
Can't remember.
Let's say no. Let's say this is their first.
Not those.
Their first creation appearance. The Brick Pilasters with the sweeping wrought iron. We're thrilled to have them here. We're thrilled to have you here because you are Friday people, and you alone give a crap. You showed up all evening here. You didn't bother to do this show. You are why we are here. We are throwing a party for you people. Saturday, and nothing people can demo. Let's do it.
Lonely time.
I don't know why I made us swap sides.
I like it.
It felt right.
Yeah, no, it worked.
How are we doing, Chicago? Are we really? I mean, are you bullshitting me? Or are you excited? I don't know who to believe anymore, Robbie.
Richard, look at this healthy-sized crowd today.
It's a healthy-sized crowd. I'm not sure the crowd itself is healthy. We're going to have to run some tests, do some blood work on you people. Wow, there's a lot of you. I like this. The Friday room goes back. You know the old days, Robbie, when we started doing this? Friday,
Stop
maybe,
about there.
maybe, 3 rows deep, maybe.
Yeah.
Now look at you. Friday
The word is out.
people. You've grown up. We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
Most of you.
I think they're listening to the message, Rich.
They're really? The repetitive sort of droning, sort of brainwashing message we've been preaching for nigh on several years now?
Some call it that. Some call it just your hate for Sunday people.
Listen! It's not right to hate things. It's not right to hate people. It's not okay. I mean that. It's important we understand things. As humans, we must be nice to each other. We must support each other. When we see our fellow man or woman is down, that's when we lean down and pick them up. Unless that mofo is a Sunday person. Unless that dirty, rotten son of a bitch is a Sunday person. And then may he or she and everyone they're associated with rot in the fires of hell. And I don't mean the fun hell they have on Supernatural. I mean the real hell.
There's no Mark Shepard in that
There's
hell.
no Mark Shepard in that hell. It's not okay to hate It's not okay to be unsupported. It's not okay to say mean things. But if God, as my witness, I can't help myself. On Sunday, I mean, that's not even 2/3 of the weekend. You're just breezing in here like your shit don't stink. Like we haven't been working for 72 hours. And you're coming in here and you want to see Jared and Jensen. Well, you know what? Screw you. You don't get to see Jared and Jensen.
Well, the thing is, we believe in education. We believe in working.
Ish.
But not on Friday.
Not on Friday.
You tell the boss, I've got a sore throat today.
I admire your blatant disregard for employment and further education. I do. All of you have done a great job. Oh, I got this, Robbie, a little something for the house. It's Robin Rich needlepoint.
I love it. That's great.
This is a perfect gift for any season, by the way. I don't want to tell you people what to buy or who to buy them for, but I would say 120 of these per. Christmas shopping is done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice work. Well done.
Really well done. I like yours. Kind of looks like the cover of Tattoo You, the Rolling Stones album.
Thank you, Robbie.
I really like those. I've got a place over the mantle. That's going to go well.
Your family will be thrilled. You know what? Let's get back on point and talk about Friday people and how much we care about you and how little you care about earning money or bettering yourself.
Or getting an education.
And I think that's so great because you've got your priorities in line. Rob and I have our priorities in line. We could be at home spending time with our family.
Pointing to that picture and reminding the children who we are.
But the fact of the matter is, we bail on that responsibility to be here with you. We appreciate you bailing on your responsibility. You are our faux family. Which is not true and weird to say. But we pretend like you are, we think you are, and by God, we know that you believe that many of you are. Let's be honest, how many people here think they have a shot with Jared and Jensen? How many of you think you have? Well, yeah. There are a couple of mentally deranged people in this house. I think they actually, and half the band. That you legitimately have a shot with Jared and Jensen. And that's what's great. It's great to have you here because stability is boring. Instability is fun. We need your instability to drive this show forward. We channel that energy. We use that energy. That is the gas that drives the machine. Because we're unstable.
Very.
Good Lord. We're train wrecks of people.
We're that heavily dedicated.
Oh, the amount of wax holding my face up right now. Don't light a fire at the whole melt.
I walked into his bedroom too early this morning, and it was like Darth Vader without the mask on. I didn't recognize.
I thought you were Carol Channing. I mean, you had no powder, no giant hats. I didn't know what was going on. It was a dark day, but now
we're here.
It's no longer a dark day. It's a bright, shiny morning.
There's hope
because we have Friday people. Friday people.
Well, you know, Rich, we can't do this show without laying out a few, what you would call it?
Oh, rules?
And regulations.
And regulations? Here's the thing. I would love to live in a consequence-free environment. And in many ways, backstage, I do. But here on stage, I have to impart to you certain lessons, certain guidelines, what we like to call rules and regulations. We're going to pound through this. Learn it, know it, live it. Boys, let's do it. That ticket has a number, has a letter on it, that has a seat that corresponds with it. You have a bottom attached to the top of your legs. Find that seat, match it to your ticket, put your bottom in the seat, and stay right there. Hey! You know, the paperwork you were handed, the manifesto that was delivered to you says do not take pictures, do not take photographs of the celebrities this weekend. Good news. There are no celebrities here this weekend. What I require is that not only do you take the occasional picture or the occasional video, you take constant pictures and constant videos. I want you to be able to relive it in real time. I want you to go to your friends and you hit play, and 3 days later you hit stop. It's literally 72 hours of footage. It's shot long ways, the way it's supposed to be, landscape, because unless you screwed up the hanging of your TV and hung it up sideways, life goes long, not tall. I don't care if you're trying to shoot Jared. You're too far away anyway. You'll still fit into a wide frame. Do it right, and put it online, and share it with everybody. That's the rule. Now, here's where we throw a little fly in the ointment. You can take all the videos and photos in here you want, but if you dare, now, this is really more of a Saturday and Sunday person rule because they're stupid. Friday people are sharp.
They're on the ball.
You know this already, because it's common sense. It says photo room, which means you can't take photos in there. That's where they get you. They make you think. So where it says photo room, you can't take photos. In here, where they say no photos, you can take photos. So remember, no photos equal photos. Photos equal no photos. Because if you take photos in there, then the real guy who takes photos, Chris, the tall guy from New York, he smack your phone out of your hand, will drop it on the ground, and smash it with the giant boots. And then all the no photo photos you can hear are gone to the 4 winds. And you'll have wasted your weekend because no one will believe you were here because it pics or it didn't happen. So you've got to get your photos in there, and you've got to let him do the photos in there. That's the rule.
No, there's one more.
Oh. Yeah, we went back and forth on doing this rule. Here's the thing.
Yeah. Let's be honest about it.
I can be honest with you people. We told you Mike's high. We told you Rob looked like Carol Channing this morning. We're being honest with people.
Yeah.
I look like Darth Vader, pre-mask.
It's honesty day.
This is the last day it's honest. Tomorrow is the light your face off day. Today.
Yeah. He's afraid of people.
So, we know that you're having a good time this weekend. We know that because we haven't had enough time to screw it up yet. Ish. But here's the thing. Rather than revel in the fun you're having, panic about the money you need to be here next year. Why relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor when you can start worrying about how the hell you're going to afford a seat closer to the stage next year? Let's be honest. You think we look good from row 20? Actually, in fairness, we look better from row 20.
Next one, enter row 20.
Yeah.
Maybe go back.
Actually, you can go back. You're still fine.
But Jensen and Jared.
Oh, Jensen and Jared. You can almost see up their skirt from the front row. So be sure that you get closer next year and show up on Culotte Con Day. And you'll see right up their skirt. Speaking of right up their skirt, all I'm saying is work hard, play hard. Enjoy this weekend, but don't forget to stretch your credit and stress out your parents. And make sure that you're here next year. Because otherwise, you'll just have a good time without any stress, and nobody wants that. Those are your rules and regulations. Keep questions relevant to our celebrities?
Yeah.
That never happens. That is the most pointless slide I've ever seen.
Is this the first time you've seen them?
I don't like to pay attention to what's going on behind me.
All right.
That's why I never look at the band.
12 years.
But you keep the question relevant.
Yeah.
How is spirit animal relevant? I mean, that is the most pointless. Ignore that. Just do your thing. Don't let them boss you around. Speaking of bossing you around, our next guest is not wearing a culotte. But he is wearing pants, and he is painfully cute, and he's a delightful guy, and he's kicking off this Friday right. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Jetson!
My name is Tyler. When I run, I like to run up Tyler. This is how I feel.
This is it, Friday, people. We're starting the show with this guy. Let's do it!
See a lot of silhouettes and a lot of lights in my eyes, and happy to see no one.
Don't let them fool you. There are lots of people, anybody. There are lots of people out there.
Okay,
Look at
there
them.
they are. How's everyone doing? I had a coffee and half a Coca-Cola, so I am jacked up officially. Now I'm trying to counter that with this bottle of water. It just makes me look healthy. I promise I'm not. I was just having a discussion about deep dish pizza, so I'm very excited about that. Told I can't miss it, and then I was also told it's overrated, but I'm just gonna have to judge for myself and see how bad of a stomach ache I have afterwards. First time in Chicago. Very excited to be here. You see the airport, I noticed that the different levels had different sports teams to represent the parking lot. So that was a huge plus right off the bat. Unfortunately, I got off on the Chicago Cubs level. I don't want to touch it. It sucks. I mean, hey, I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan, and I don't know if you guys know, but the Chicago Blackhawks have beaten us a few times. I wasn't hoping you'd cheer. That's okay. This is the year. The Blues? Oh, you're a St. Louis fan? Yeah, this is the year for them too. So what else should I do here? Osric was telling me I should do an architect boat cruise. I think that's pretty cool. Check out the city. Might go check out a museum or something tomorrow. I don't really know. All I've seen is the airport and 2 different hotels. So I'm killing Chicago right now. So I see there's no questions, so I'll just keep talking. Hey! The difference between the 2 roles I play?
Yeah, because when you first came in as Matt,
It
was, okay, this is the supernatural is happening to you. When you come in, it's Matt Hill, you are the supernatural. How did that feel different to you every time you got those roles?
Great question. When I came on, first off, do I have any almonds in my tea? I just had a pack of almonds and I was just making sure I'm good, because apparently you guys take pictures and videos and stuff while we're at this thing, so. To answer your question, Matt Pike, I was 17 years old when I did that role, so it was one of my first guest stars. Actually, I was working with my father. My father owns an auto glass company back up in Vancouver. And I just started working with him. Actually, I may have been 18. I may have just graduated. I started working with him. I got a call from my agent's like, hey, you booked a guest star, Supernatural. And I was like, awesome. I called my mom to pick me up. I quit the job with my dad that day, and I never looked back. He brought that up a few weeks ago, which is pretty funny, and he's not lying. I literally quit on the spot. And in hindsight now, I kind of regret that because he's my father, and I probably should have been there for him. But that was surreal. I got to be the guest on the show, and I got to sort of overcome my own personal fear of bugs and insects and spiders and stuff like that because I still don't like them very much. And then when I got to go back years and years later, like I had developed a career for myself. I had been the lead of a couple of my own shows and a couple of features of my own, and I was thankful that they asked me to come back, and like you say, I got to be a whole different role. I got to be an angel, and I got to be a part of this world and this group of characters. And it was amazing, it was cool. Jared and Jensen, whether they did or not, they both shook my hand and said, hey, welcome back, we remember you, I don't know if their friend or, if someone told them that this is Tyler coming back from season 1, but they were super welcoming, and I got to do a few episodes, and they would never tell me if I was coming back or not, and I remember I did 2 days in the first episode, and then the wardrobe lady came up to me, she's like, hey, we need to take measurements of your pants. I was like, okay. Like, why are you doing this when I'm rapping in 45 minutes? But she took measurements of my pants. I think it was because they knew I was going to get super bloody and destroyed a few days later. I loved it. I mean, I got tortured. I got saved. I loved reading the script and flipping the pages and then, having them save me and rescue me. And then when I turned the page in which I got stabbed to death, that was quite devastating. Like, why did they go through the trouble of saving me this entire episode just to stab me literally in the heart? but both were equally amazing. Like I said, the first one was one of my first jobs, and I was very thankful, and you know, it sort of gave me some leverage to continue on with my career.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I rambled there, didn't I? Hello.
Hello. I wanted to know if you're a super fan of anything like we are Supernatural.
Well, I love Game of Thrones. But I haven't finished the season, so shut up. Huge Game of Thrones fan. I loved Breaking Bad. I started watching American Horror Story on season 2. The second season's freaking scary. The Asylum, like, I don't really know how I feel about it. To be honest, the first season wasn't my favorite, but the second season is definitely spooking me.
Yeah, I didn't see much.
It gets scarier.
Video cut off?
The one now, like, the one we just passed, it was a circus or something like that. I don't know, like, it doesn't really, I'm sure it'll scare the hell out of me, who am I kidding? What else am I a super fan of? Hockey. I appreciate you cheering. It's so Canadian when I say that, but it is true. I was streaming the Canucks game last night in my hotel room, and I watched the Blackhawks game in my hotel room. And that's kind of it as far as like super fandom is concerned. I've been watching Suits recently. I do enjoy Suits. And if there's any other recommendations, feel free to tweet them out. Netflix preferably, because the convenience of that is just unreal. That's kind of it. Yeah. Thank you.
I was just wondering what differences you saw on the set compared from season 1 to the final.
Right. Well, it was substantial. Season 1, a lot of the sets were outside because my character was creeping around the woods with bugs and stuff, and they thought I was killing people with bugs and whatever. But when I went back as Samandrio, that torture scene in particular was very, very elaborate and very cool. They had props all over the place, props that I didn't even realize were going to blow up. Like, no one told me that when I screamed, the glass was going to shatter. I feel like that should have been something that they warned me of. And sets were great, elaborate. The chair that they had me in was actually a chair in which they strapped me in. The props were phenomenal. I mean, they had a lot of practice at that point. I believe it was, 5,000 episodes later. They just keep getting better and better, and it's a well-oiled machine. Like, they have it down to an art, and it's a reason that the episodes are still solid and great and consistent, and it's come a long way from season 1, that's for sure.